I'll say the signals I first started receiving, or at least recognized the signals. Let's dial back to March 2020, which is the beginning of the pandemic. We went from the world as we knew it to suddenly everything shut down. So what we knew is that this was a time of crisis. Fast forward to about June. We were going around the thumbnails on the video chat, doing a check-in. How are you doing? And when it was about to get to me, a friend sent me a chat message and said, I feel like people are kind of holding back. When it gets to you, say something real. So I thought, okay, what's real for me? Until then, I had been a pretty repressed guy where I would try to smile my way through almost anything and say, it's fine. For whatever reason, it felt like a dam broke. And I said, right now I'm struggling because the number of days that I'm proud of how I'm showing up as a father is going down. And I don't know how to turn that around. In the moment, it was horrifying for two reasons. One, I was raised and socialized to believe you don't show weakness, you don't show your emotions, you definitely don't do it at work. And so this violated so much of how I was raised as a male in the US, as an Asian American. But the other horrifying thing was I had repressed all that. I wasn't even willing to admit that to myself. I didn't actually take action for much, much longer. In November is when I first started to struggle to get out of bed. I was overwhelmed with a sense of dread and I couldn't get out of bed. So I went to the employee assistance provider, and the therapist they matched me with said I was showing early signs of burnout. And then fall 2021, a new therapist put me through an intake process and then said, you're exhibiting major symptoms of depression and anxiety. And I was kind of taken aback. I said, I know I'm struggling. Maybe I'm a little depressed, but what do you mean? Isn't this just what it feels like to work hard? And he said, yes, but this is also depression and anxiety. And then the next thing that I said was my big aha of how unaware I was of my mental health. The words that came out of my mouth were, but I've felt like this off and on since high school. This has always been here, and you have just been avoiding it or repressing it or saying this is just the way it is.